Imagine walking into a dealership and seeing a brand new Tesla for under $10,000. Sounds impossible, right? Well, Elon Musk has just done the unthinkable. The highly anticipated 2026 Tesla Model 2 has been revealed, and its price tag is sending shockwaves through the entire auto industry. This isn't just another EV release. It could be the biggest disruption since the first iPhone. So, how is Tesla pulling this off, and what does it mean for the future of electric cars? Stay with us, because the details are jaw-dropping. Elon Musk has always promised an affordable Tesla for the masses, but few believed he could truly deliver. Now, in 2026, Tesla has revealed the Model 2 with a base price of just $9,990. That's less than the cost of many used gas cars on the market today. By undercutting not just EV competitors, but also traditional automakers, Tesla has effectively declared war on the global car industry. So, how did Tesla achieve this? The answer lies in three major breakthroughs. Next-generation batteries. Tesla's new lithium iron phosphate, LFP, battery packs are cheaper, safer, and more durable than ever before. They don't just reduce costs, they extend lifespan. Gigafactory scaling. With gigafactories now spread across North America, Europe, and Asia, Tesla has reached an unprecedented level of mass production efficiency. Think of it as the Henry Ford moment for the EV era. Simplified engineering. The Model 2 uses Tesla's gigacasting technology, meaning large portions of the car are made from single-piece castings. This drastically cuts manufacturing time and cost. Together, these innovations allow Tesla to sell a high-quality EV for under $10,000, something no one thought possible this decade. Don't let the price fool you. The Model 2 is no bare-bones vehicle. It boasts a range of up to 250 miles on a single charge, Tesla's autopilot technology with optional full self-driving, a sleek, compact design aimed at urban and global markets, over-the-air software updates, ensuring the car improves over time. Essentially, this is a budget EV with luxury features. The implications are massive. A sub-$10K Tesla makes EVs accessible to millions who previously couldn't afford them. Developing countries could leapfrog directly into the electric future, bypassing gasoline infrastructure entirely. For competitors like Toyota, Volkswagen, and even emerging EV startups in China, this move is devastating. Tesla isn't just competing anymore. It's redefining the market. This is more than just a car launch. The Tesla Model 2 could mark the true tipping point, where EVs become the global standard. Just like the Model T revolutionized the 20th century, the Model may second define the 21st. So, what do you think? Will the $10,000 Tesla Model 2 dominate the auto market, or will rivals fight back with their own affordable EVs? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. We'd love to hear your predictions. And if you found this video fascinating, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss the latest on Tesla, EVs, and groundbreaking tech shaping our future. Because one thing is clear. With the Tesla Model 2, the future isn't just electric, it's affordable. The announcement sent shockwaves through Wall Street. Tesla stocks surged overnight, while traditional automakers scrambled to issue statements reassuring investors. Analysts are calling it the EV price war of the decade. But it's not just car companies feeling the pressure. Oil markets are bracing for impact. If millions of consumers suddenly switch to affordable EVs, global fuel demand could nosedive faster than predicted. Of course, with every bold move, there are skeptics. Critics are asking, can Tesla really make a profit on a $10,000 car? Will quality suffer as costs drop? And what about the charging infrastructure? Can it keep up with millions of new Tesla drivers flooding the market? Some even argue that this aggressive pricing could spark trade tensions, especially with China, where EV startups have been leading the low-cost market. If Tesla undercuts them globally, expect political and economic friction. But for Musk, this is about more than profits. He's framing the Model 2 as a democratization of sustainable transport. In his words, "Our mission has always been to accelerate the world's transition to sustainable energy." The Model 2 is the final piece of that puzzle. It's a bold claim, but if true, it positions Tesla not just as a car company, but as a historic force shaping civilization's energy future. Pre-orders are expected to break every record in Tesla's history. Industry experts predict waiting lists could stretch into years, just like the original Model 3 launch, but on a much bigger scale. And here's the real kicker. Tesla isn't stopping at the $10,000 Model 2. Rumors are already swirling about a $7,500 variant for emerging markets, which should put car ownership within reach for millions worldwide who've never owned a vehicle before. So the real question isn't whether Tesla will succeed with the Model 2. It's whether the rest of the world can catch up. Because one thing is becoming clear. The EV revolution is no longer about luxury buyers or early adopters. It's about everyone. Within months of the Model 2 announcement, governments worldwide began revising their transportation policies. Cities in Europe and Asia, long struggling with pollution and congestion, suddenly had a new ally, an affordable EV that even middle and lower-income families could buy. Parking lots once filled with old gas-powered cars started to look different. Quiet, compact Teslas began taking over streets in cities like Berlin, Delhi, and Sao Paulo. And with fewer tailpipes and traffic, air quality in some urban centers started improving noticeably. But not everyone was celebrating. The oil industry, already facing long-term decline, saw the Model 2 as an existential threat. Lobbyists in the United States and parts of the Middle East began pushing back hard, arguing that such aggressive EV adoption could destabilize global energy markets. Some politicians warned of job losses in traditional auto and oil sectors, while others called Tesla's move economic warfare against established industries. But for consumers, the tide was turning fast. Tesla's rivals couldn't sit still. Within a year, Volkswagen, Toyota, and even Chinese automakers like BYD and NIO announced their own sub-$12K EVs. What started as Tesla's bold gamble had triggered a global EV price war. And here's where it gets interesting. The competition didn't just lower prices. It accelerated innovation. Automakers began racing to release better batteries, smarter AI-driven features, and vehicles designed specifically for emerging markets. The result? Consumers gained access to technology that would have taken another decade to arrive, all thanks to the shockwave from one $10,000 Tesla. But as adoption soared, new challenges emerged. Charging networks in some countries buckled under demand. Power grids, never designed for millions of EVs charging simultaneously, began experiencing stress. That's when Tesla revealed its next big surprise, the integration of home solar and energy storage systems with the Model 2 ecosystem. Suddenly, a $10,000 car wasn't just a vehicle. It was a stepping stone into energy independence, giving households the power to generate and store their own electricity. This shifted the conversation yet again, from just driving electric to living electric. Here's the next chapter of the story. As more households adopted Tesla's solar and storage ecosystem alongside the Model 2, something remarkable began to happen. Families in developing countries, where electricity blackouts were once a daily struggle, suddenly had stable, reliable power. A small car had triggered a silent energy revolution. In rural Africa and parts of South Asia, communities started using Tesla's bundled systems not just for transportation, but to power schools, farms, and small businesses. The Model 2 wasn't just a car anymore. It was a gateway to economic growth. Meanwhile, oil giants refused to go quietly. Some began investing heavily in EV charging infrastructure, trying to pivot into relevance. Others doubled down on lobbying, warning of an overdependence on electricity. But the reality was hard to ignore. As millions traded gas pumps for home chargers, traditional fueling stations began closing. Highways once lined with gas stations slowly transformed into corridors of fast-charging hubs, many powered by renewable energy. The Model 2 also reshaped how younger generations thought about cars. For teenagers and first-time buyers, owning a Tesla for under $10,000 was no longer a dream. It was a rite of passage. Car culture itself began to evolve. Instead of horsepower and engine noise, the new bragging rights were autonomy features, AI personalization, and zero-cost charging from the sun. What used to be car enthusiasts became tech enthusiasts, and Tesla led the charge. By 2028, the domino effect reached governments. Several countries, emboldened by the availability of affordable EVs, announced bans on new gasoline car sales earlier than anyone had expected. Norway moved its ban to 2029. Canada and the UK accelerated to 2030. Even large markets like India and Brazil began phasing in aggressive EV incentives. And at the center of it all, Elon Musk continued to frame the Model 2 not just as a product, but as a symbol of inevitability. The world was going electric faster than anyone imagined. What started as a single announcement in 2026 had by now transformed into a global economic shift. Oil-exporting nations faced shrinking revenues, while lithium and renewable-rich countries experienced unprecedented booms. The balance of power was beginning to tilt. A car price under $10,000 had quietly begun redrawing geopolitical maps. By 2029, nations rich in lithium, cobalt, and rare earth elements became the new energy superpowers. Countries like Chile, Indonesia, and the Democratic Republic of Congo suddenly found themselves in the global spotlight. Their resources, once undervalued, became as critical as oil was in the 20th century. Tesla struck strategic partnerships directly with these nations, bypassing old oil cartels. Elon Musk's vision of a new energy order wasn't just rhetoric anymore. It was unfolding in real time. To support the tidal wave of new EVs, Tesla rolled out its next-gen superchargers powered entirely by solar and battery storage. Unlike traditional stations, these hubs required no connection to fragile national grids. In deserts, on highways, even in remote villages, Tesla's solar charge hubs popped up, glowing like beacons of the new age. Suddenly, range anxiety, the fear of running out of charge, was vanishing. This created a cultural turning point. People no longer thought of charging as refueling. Instead, it became seamless energy access woven into daily life. Traditional automakers, feeling cornered, launched their counterattack. Toyota pushed hydrogen aggressively. Volkswagen doubled down on hybrids. And Chinese automakers like BYD introduced ultra-cheap EVs priced at just $8,000. But Tesla had already captured the imagination of the world. Owning a Model 2 wasn't just about cost anymore. It was about being part of a global movement. The Tesla brand had transformed into a cultural identity, much like Apple in its prime. By 2030, tensions reached boiling point. Oil-dependent economies that failed to diversify faced economic crises. Some governments accused Tesla of destabilizing their industries. Trade disputes escalated as countries fought over access to battery resources. Analysts began calling the beginning of the energy wars, not fought over oil fields, but over battery minerals, solar patents, and energy storage technologies. And in the center of it all, Elon Musk, steering Tesla not only as a car maker, but as a geopolitical player shaping the future of civilization's energy. Amidst all the global drama, everyday lives continued to transform. For millions of families, the Model 2 wasn't a headline, it was a lifeline. A taxi driver in Lagos could now afford an EV and cut operating costs by 70%. A student in Mexico City could own their first car without drowning in debt. In Southeast Asia, electric tuk-tuks built on Tesla's platform became the new standard for city transport. For the first time in history, an advanced piece of technology wasn't reserved for the wealthy. It was truly for the people. By 2032, the ripple effects of the Model 2 were undeniable. Global EV adoption had crossed 70%, oil demand had fallen to its lowest point in half a century, and cities once drowned in smog were breathing clean air again. The affordable Tesla had done more than disrupt the auto industry. It had accelerated humanity's transition towards sustainable living. Looking back, historians would call the Model 2 launch the Model T moment of the 21st century. Just as Henry Ford's invention reshaped the 1900s, Elon Musk's $10,000 Tesla had redefined the 2000s. It wasn't just about driving electric. It was about energy independence, economic transformation, and giving power back to ordinary people. And so, what started as an unbelievable headline in 2026, Tesla releases a car under $10,000, became the spark that changed the world. Gas pumps rusted away. Highways hummed with silent traffic. Solar-powered homes lit up even the darkest corners of the globe. And the name Model 2 became etched in history as the car that turned the impossible into the inevitable. Because in the end, Elon Musk didn't just build a car, he built a future.